Do you remember the last video where I said I was going to start setting realistic goals in 2022? I've already failed. What I'm going to need all month long is this thing. Anytime someone tries to speak to me, that's it. Hey guys, it's Zoe and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to the shit show. Today I am going to be doing my January TBR. And I've got to say, it's a little bit out of control. My January TBR is almost 80 books long. Before I get started though, I just want to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, which is Book of the Month. This is a monthly book subscription service that's available in the US. Unfortunately, I'm in Canada and I cannot receive this box, but most of my viewers are in the US and I think this is such a cool subscription and I would be 100% all over this. I will be as soon as it's available in Canada. So the Book of the Month team every month goes through hundreds and hundreds of books and they handpick 5 books for you, and you get to choose one of them to get sent to your door every single month. With this curated list, it takes out a bunch of the research time and the guesswork to try and figure out your next great read. If you take a look at the 5 books and you're not really a huge fan of any of them, you can skip that month for free and just wait until the next month. Book of the Month has the lowest prices in new release hardcover fiction, and honestly, how can you say no to that? Delivered right to you for a very low price, and it's a great selection of books every single month. One of the ones I'm looking forward to the most this month, and if I didn't already have such a giant TBR, this would be 100% on it. But in February, I'm coming for this book. This is gonna fall right on me, isn't it? Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I had a whole idea with this, but you know what? It just didn't work out. This is what we call professionalism and knowing what the hell we're doing. I have been super in the mood for thrillers lately, and there's actually a couple this month that are available. This one really stood out though, not just because it kind of matches me, but we love it. It's a moment. Noah's freaking out right now because he probably tried to crawl under the table and got stuck again. This follows 6 friends in their 20s as they travel to this island in the Pacific that is known for its mysterious shipwrecks, rumors of cannibalism, and your ability to escape everything in life except for the truth. So this group of friends are ready to just live it up on this island. They are ready for sun-drenched days and blissful nights until they realize exactly how cut off they are from civilization, which is 100% more than they thought they were. It starts to feel like the island itself is closing in, and it sends them on a spiral of discovery. They start out as 6 friends, but one goes missing, and then one shows up dead, so they're down to 4. I don't know about you, but if I was in that situation, I would be freaking the hell out at that point, and they need to figure out what is going on this island and figure out if any of the remaining 4 friends will be swept into its chaos. I found a friend. He wasn't happy that I wasn't with him. Hello, beauty baby. If you want to try out the service for the first time, you can use the code LETSGO for your first box for only $9.99. Again, this is only available in the US. I've got Noah lying down on the ground next to me. Hi, baby. Let's see how long it takes before he starts freaking out. But before I get into this video, 2 important things. Like I mentioned in the last video, and in my bookshelf tour, I have a giveaway running until January 7th at 11:59 p.m. You can enter to win an Arc of White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson and a signed first edition of Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff, the 3rd book in the Nevernight Chronicle. If you're interested in entering to win either of those, head on over to the bookshelf tour for instructions. And hi, I'm also going to be doing a Q&A very, very soon. So if you have any questions about life, booktube, books, writing, children, parenting, anything like that, anything at all, drop them down below and I will be answering those relatively soon. With all of that out of the way, let's get into this TBR, starting in order of priority. Yes, this is a shit show already. And these are going to be very brief descriptions because there's a lot of fucking books here and I don't want this to be an hour-long video. First up, I have Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead, which is the first book in a spin-off series of Vampire Academy. And it follows Sydney, who is torn from her bed in the middle of the night, and Jill Dragomir, who is the sister of Lissa or Lisa, I don't know, I'm pretty sure she was a character in Vampire Academy. I don't remember, it's been a long time since I read it. Sydney is called on to act as Jill's guardian, and they're at a prep school. Next up is Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins, which follows, I'm pretty sure it's sons and daughters of fallen angels, And we have Anna, our main character, who is half angel, half devil, and she meets bad boy Caden Rowe, and he is the bad boy that your daddy warned you about. And then Beastly by Alex Flynn, which is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, follows a guy named Kyle who has a spell cast on him where he becomes a beast. He looks as ugly on the outside as he is on the inside. Great movie. I don't know how I'm going to feel about the book. Glitch by Heather Anastasiou, which follows a girl named Zoe, which hurts my soul because I feel like she's going to be an idiot. She lives in a dystopian world where everybody has a chip implanted in them that prevents them from feeling emotions, but Zoe ends up with a glitch, which has her experiencing her own thoughts and feelings for the first time, and has her develop uncontrollable telekinetic powers. And finally, in this first group is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings, which is a sci-fi about a girl named Andy who is the fearless leader of a ship. Andy, to the wider world, is known as the Bloody Baroness, whose reign of terror stretches across the Mirabel galaxy. So she's not really that great of a person. But then there's a merciless bounty hunter from her past that comes back, and everybody is freaking out trying to save her from this guy that wants to kill her. What do these 5 books have in common, you might ask? Well, if you remember back to 2018, I believe it was, I did a 1-star predictions video. And these were the 5 books from my 1-star predictions. Actually, Beastly wasn't there. It was Bewitching, which was the second book. But I ended up finding Beastly. So I will be reading that one instead. Several years later, I am finally reading my 1-star predictions. And the 1-star predictions blog is the one that my patrons voted on for me to film and upload during January. If you're interested in voting on a video for me to do each month, you can become a patron, which I will leave all of the details for that linked down below in the description. Speaking of my Patreon, the next book is the pick for my monthly Patreon book club that is starting this month, which is available to all tiers starting at the $3 a month one. And this pick is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahira Mafi. I have been putting this off for so long because I know it's going to be very emotional, and I wanted to wait until I wasn't pregnant so I wasn't a hormonal mess to begin with when I wanted to read this. I am ready to read this. No, I'm not fucking ready. It's good. It's going to be an emotional wreck, and I am mentally preparing myself for that. So this follows a girl named Sharon, and it's set in 2002, a year after the events of 9/11. She is tired of the rude stares, the degrading comments, and the physical violence that she has experienced when she goes out in public simply because of her race and the hijab that she wears. A long time before the events of this book, she decided not to trust anybody, not to let any outsiders into her life, and just to drown out everything else with music and breakdancing with her brother. And then she meets a guy named Ocean James, and he's the first person that she decides to let in a very long time. He's the first person in a long time who actually wants to get to know her. The problem here, though, is that they come from 2 seemingly irreconcilable worlds. And she's kept her walls up for so long that she's not sure that she can let them down, or if she even knows how to. And this is also based on the author's own life. So that is the Patreon book club. And by the time you see this video, the Discord for the Patreon will be up and running. I did switch the Discord from just like a public thing because no one was really using it. So we shut it down, and now I have just a patron specific one for the book club and things like that. The last book that has anything to do with my Patreon is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. This one is the one that my patrons picked out for me to read this month. So every month they get to pick from a few books on my TBR that I have been meaning to read for a long time, and they get to choose which one I read to try and cut down my physical TBR. I have heard such good things about this. I'm so pumped to read it, but I totally forget what it's about. So let's find out together. So this follows Zafira, who is a hunter, and she disguises herself as a man to brave this forest to help feed her people. It's not just a regular forest, it's cursed, which is why she needs to brave it and not just, walk on in. It also follows Nasir, who is the Prince of Death, and he just kills anybody who dares to defy his autocratic father. I'm really struggling today, it's fine. If Zafira is exposed as a girl, all of her accomplishments will be tossed out the window, and if Nasir shows any sort of compassion, his father will punish him in the most brutal ways imaginable. Both of these two are legends in this kingdom, and honestly, neither of them wants to be. So war is brewing in this kingdom. This cursed forest is just sweeping closer and closer to their kingdom every single day. So Zafira needs to embark on this quest to find a long-lost magical object that can stop this forest in its tracks. Meanwhile, Nasir is sent on a very similar mission. He needs to track down this artifact and kill the hunter, Zafira. As if this wasn't enough for these two characters, as they move into this quest, everything they're doing is waking up an ancient evil. A shit show from every single side for these poor characters. I'm so excited to read this one. The next 4 books are ones that I'm actually not going to be talking about right now. Just know that they are on this TBR. I have 4 more. I'm going to be filming a book haul tomorrow. And it's these 4 books plus a 5th one that I already read last month. And they are part of a vlog. It's a new series thing that I'm going to be doing where I haul 5 books of a specific category. And then I do a reading vlog where I read the books and then discuss how I felt about them. Just because I've been finding myself wanting to read the same genre a lot in a row, or the same sort of like theme is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. So these ones are the first in the series. I will be filming that tomorrow and talking more about them then, so you'll see that video a day or 2 after you see this one. But those are my next highest priority because I am in the middle of filming that vlog. I am almost halfway done the 2nd book. I have the rest of that one and the 3 other books to finish. These are the size of these books. So they're not like super small books. Continuing to hate myself with these chonkers. Next up are the last books for another vlog that I was filming, where at the end of the year I was like, I have a lot of free time. I'm gonna try and read 20 books in a week. And then I ended up spending 20 hours editing my bookshelf tour because I did a voiceover. That video took so long to edit. It's ridiculous. I've never had a video take that long. I've also never done a voiceover like that. And will I do one like that ever again? Probably not. So I have these books here. No, I lied. These books. I had more. Actually, I just finished off this one, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, the 5th Narnia book. So I'm already 1 book closer to my goal of 90 million books this month. Son of a bitch. For this vlog, I've already read the first 4 books, 5 now, of the Narnia series. I've read the first book of this series, and I have 1 more, and it was like the 5 books for the other vlog that I was filming. So that'll be coming out sometime next week. The rest of the books for this TBR from that vlog are The Silver Chair and The Last Battle, the last 2 books in the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. I'm not going to be going through what those are because I don't want to spoil anything. And then I have the last 9 books, so like almost all of this entire series, books 2 through 10 of the Confessions of George Nicholson series by Louise Renison, which are, on the bright side, I'm now the girlfriend of a sex god, knocked out by my nunga nungas, dancing in my nudie pants, away laughing on a fast camel, then he ate my boy entrancers, startled by his furry shorts, love is a many-trousered thing, stop in the name of pants, and are these my basumas I see before me. So this just follows 14-year-old Georgia Nicholson on her daily shenanigans. They're fucking hilarious. I've been rereading those almost every year. I just find Georgia to be one of the most hilarious characters. The shit she says is just like, no filter. There's no filter on this girl at all. And the last book for that vlog is Avalon High by Meg Cabot. I haven't read this in so long, and I loved it when I was a teenager. So I want to see if that's going to hold up. Which brings me to the last books of this TBR. This is half of the Animorphs series by K.A. Applegate. So I have from book 3 to book 47, and like I'm missing quite a few in there. So these books, I'm not holding them this whole time. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm not going to be going through each name because that's way too much and there's already so much shit on the floor. I can't make a bigger mess than I have already. I found a seller on Etsy who has like the books that I'm missing. So I'm going to continue looking over the first couple weeks of this month to find the books that I'm missing, at least just like the books 1 to 4 and 5, so I can get started. Because after that, I have from books 6 to 21. So I just need the first couple, and then I can just like zoom through a bunch of them and try and find the rest of them. Yeah, that seller on Etsy, she has a bunch of them. They are on Kindle, but they're like 7 something Canadian, and I can find them a lot cheaper at used bookstores and Value Village and whatnot. So I am going to be searching. These follow a group of kids that can like transform into animals, and I don't remember much more about the series. I read it as a kid with my brother. We love them, and I've wanted to reread them since, but couldn't find them or wasn't even really looking for them. So those are my lowest priority for the month of January. If I get to them, fantastic. If not, I will continue them into February, but I will stop to read Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I do have audiobooks though for the 4 books that are for my book haul vlog thing. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now. I have been listening to the audiobooks for the Chronicles of Narnia, and I feel like there are audiobooks for Animorphs, but I'm not 100% sure. But honestly, these are not super long. They're like 200 pages at most, and the font is kind of huge. Honestly, if I sit down, I can read 3 or 4 of these a day and still have time to do other things with my life. If I just get to those, I will fly through them. Same thing with the Georgia Nicholson books. It's written in like diary format, right? So there are a lot of entries that are, of course, as I say this, I can't find any, that are short. So there's like a lot of white space. Noah's kicking me, he crawled to me. So these ones I actually read really, really quickly. I'm gonna look for audiobooks for my 1-star predictions. If you wanna go watch that video, I will leave that link down below. Looking back on my old videos just makes me like cringe and embarrassment and like kind of wanna throw up, but also I laugh so hard at myself because baby Zoe had no idea what the fuck she was doing. Current Zoe also has no idea what the fuck she's doing either, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, that's it for this ridiculously long TBR. I'm gonna need all of the positive vibes and good reading energy sent my way. Let me know down below in the comments if you've read any of these, what your TBR is for this month, and if you think I can do this or not. I'm very curious to see how many people believe in me. Kurt said he believes in me. I don't know if I believe in myself. We're torn in the Stewart household. Bubsy, frig off. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones because that's my favorite color. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Storygraph now, all at Zoe's All Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. I just made a Storygraph account, so it's all like very new to me. I'm still trying to figure this out, but you can add me there or follow me, whatever, however the hell that works. I have no fucking idea. As well, in the description box, like I said, I will leave my Patreon link down below. If you want to join the book club, if you want to vote on a video and a book for me to read each month, and if you just want to support my channel further. Thank you again to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Like I mentioned, if you want to try out Book of the Month, you can use the code LETSGO in January for your first box for only $9.99. The choices this month, honestly, top tier. They did an excellent job, as always, picking out the books for this month. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one. I love this little boy. He's handsome.